So we are between Jennerstown and Ligonier on this enormous hill. And Tim is coming up here somewhere in the distance. There he is. I cannot hold the camera steady. So here comes Tim, finishing up his run for the day. Soon it will be Jack's turn to run up this enormous hill. And then it'll be my turn. Finishing strong. Jack, hop in.
You want to take the camera?
Is it recording?
Oh, no.
Oh my god. Maybe we should just do a mile. Like, even those breaks between the halves. Oh, start. This would be a collaborative time.
Brent there wants to run. Looks really concerned.
Like, they're leaving him? Maybe she should help these people.
Alright, so you see the crest of that hill. That is this ridiculous hill that part of the ridiculous hill that we are supposed to be climbing. Jack was able to make it 1.5 miles, but how was it, Jack?
Broke it down to 3 sections, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. It sucks.
Right now we have Brian running, and we are about 1.5 miles from where we dropped off Jack. It was the quickest transition we had to make because this road's so busy and there's no place to pull off, so we basically had to let Jack hop in. I switched over to the driver's seat and Brian jumped out. Somewhere up along this road are the Brandstetters, who found us along the side of the road and gave us some supplies. And Matt would like to run with us, but he is probably being very smart and starting at the top of this hill rather than halfway through like us. So yeah, that's where we're at. Sitting on the side of the road in this driveway, waiting for Brian to make it up the hill. That red bobbing figure you see in the rear view mirror would be Brian Lucarelli, making it the next mile up this ginormous hill. That's Jack's face.
So at 3.5, I'll see.
So Jack is getting ready to tag team it with him. We're going to drive another mile up and continue up this ginormous hill.
What?
You look remarkably fresh.
I feel real good. Is that 1 or 1.5?
1.
Wasn't that so?
No, kilometers at 3.5, that's when I'll see you guys.
So Brian just had his turn on the ginormous hill. How was it?
Fantastic.
About a mile is good?
Yeah, well, there was a lady from Georgia that saw us pulled over and stopped ahead of us. And I ran past, she's like, oh, they just dropped you off to run. It's like, yeah, we're good. She's like, oh, okay. And drove away. I guess she was concerned.
We saw her, and then we blew by her in the vehicle. I think she was a little confused. Onward we go. So, we were stopped along the side of the road, and all of a sudden, a motorcycle pulls up, and isn't it Mr. and Mrs. Brandstetter, providing us with supplies, some companionship, and
Moral support.
Moral support along the way. Also unyielding entertainment. And now we are going to attempt to get a group picture, but I wanted to at least have video proof that they are indeed here. And Matt even ran a bit, and so did his wife. Everybody ran. We're all runners. Life is good.
I'm gonna pee in the woods.
I was gonna do that too. I've done a lot of that the last 3 days.
Yeah, I bet.
It's probably...
We're down the next turn off.
Okay.
I kind of looked for a bathroom, but I definitely didn't see one.
We do have toilet paper, you know, just in case.
That was smart of you.
There's Matt's bike. No one stole the book bag.
All right.
That's
Nothing in
that's
there,
always
so.
great. Or the helmets.
Yeah.
That's more value than the book bag.
I'm gonna... Brian is coming in, finishing 5-mile stint at the end of our 3rd day. Might try and do a couple extra miles here just to finish off the day. Coincidentally, we're stopped at Haynes Road, unintentionally, but I guess that's just how these things work. Here comes Brian cruising on in. Another set is complete.
So we are at the end of day 3. Tim was feeling pretty good. Decided to do an extra few miles. Unfortunately, those few miles were a 9% grade. Well, at least one of them was. So here's Tim, finishing this brutal 2 miles. And soon we're going to go to Heather Flower's house and eat some delicious lasagna.
This is Brian. He looks tired. He's reading his email and checking out some pictures of a broken coffee pot at work. Apparently it's critical.
I'm actually
Someone-
reading news in Spanish. Jack.
Someone dressed it up as a bat, but then they fixed it and took away the bat decorations. That's kind of depressing. Tim is trying to figure out how to do something that Dan Waz is insisting he do with some fantasy football league, I'm pretty sure.
He's not insisting.
Oh, while talking on the phone and while looking for a hotel room in Bedford, PA. Currently at the Flowers house. Heather Flower is in the other room. There are the leftovers from tonight. The lasagna that Heather made, the first time she's ever made lasagna. It was good. She said it was bad. There's Heather.
Hi. Here.
She has a cell phone with something in it.
Oops. Sorry.
We're just not looking
Okay.
pleased to be here.
You've been
Yeah.
filming me for like a minute.
This is her own house. She acts like she doesn't want to be here.
No, that's it?
It's 10 o'clock at night. It's past my bedtime.
Okay, and then the
Real runners stay up
Password, do
past
you
10
remember?
o'clock, is all I have to say.
wall.
I don't go to bed until 1 a.m. most nights. Get up for work at 6:30 in the morning. Be at work at 7:30 to open up Target.
Crazy.
Oh, wait, it's backwards.
Brian
like that?
wakes up at 9:30 in the morning, drives to work, comes home at 2.
Yeah. Can you spell for
The
me
life
one
of an
time,
engineer.
What?
Yeah. In his free time, Brian enjoys running on asphalt.
sorry? Mm-hmm.
Newly developed kinds of asphalt like they use in Mapletown, which when you use your brakes, the asphalt comes apart. Brian, what do you have to
Yeah,
comment on
same
that? Did you
problem.
do that to us?
Yes, I did.
You probably did.
You're right.